Did you know that there's actually a way to get Claude Code entirely for free? The actual setup only takes less than 10 minutes to do. So in this video, I'm going to walk you step by step so that you can also use Claude Code for free. Let's get into it right now. Alright, so the first thing that you actually want to do is you want to go down to the YouTube video description and click on the GitHub repo link, or you can just type in your browser free-claude-code. Such a genius name to name the repo. So it should be this link over here. You click it and it'll bring you to the actual GitHub repo. Alright, so once you're inside this GitHub repo by Alish Haraya1, sorry if I butchered your name over there. So once you go inside, you scroll down to the README, scroll down, and you go to the quick start section over here. So for the prerequisites, we will need to get an API key, or if you want to host your own LLM, you can also do that. But for this tutorial, I'll be showing you how to do it with NVIDIA NIM. So we click on NVIDIA NIM over here, we open it in a new tab, and over here you can see that we are brought to this NVIDIA NIM page. And over here it'll prompt you to actually sign in or create an account if you don't already have one. So you just follow the steps, it's pretty straightforward, but since I already do, then I'll just simply log in. And I'll log in with my NVIDIA NIM account. So I just log in over here. And then it should redirect you to this page over here. So in this page, you should see it as blank for your API keys, since you don't already have an API key. So to generate an API key is very simple. We'll just press generate API key over here. You can name your key something like free-claude-code. Then for the expiration, you can let it expire in 12 months, or you can set it to never expire as well, which is what I usually set. So we'll generate the key, and you need to copy this key value over here. Do not lose it, because I don't think you can see it ever again, and also don't share it with others, because if you share it with others, then yeah, others can use your key as well. So we copy this and we paste it somewhere that we can store it securely. Now we can go back to the GitHub repo, and the next thing is to actually install Claude Code if you don't already have Claude Code. So if you do, you can skip to the next step. But since this is a tutorial, I shall install it as well. So in the Claude Code repo, we will simply scroll down, and under Get Started, if you're running Mac OS or Linux, then you can just run this, or you can run brew install. But since I'm on a Windows, I'll show how Windows can do it. So for Windows, we'll go for this one. So we'll copy this command. Then I will open a PowerShell instance, and I want to run it as administrator. So I run it as an administrator. Then I'll simply copy that command over here. So I'll paste it over here. It's the exact same command. And I'll just simply click enter. It's very simple and straightforward. Then we'll wait a while it's actually installing Claude Code for us. Alright, so once the installation is complete, we can just close this window. And yep, we can close this as well. So we'll go back to the GitHub repo. Then lastly, we need to install UV. So we'll right click on this and open a new link. Under the UV repo, we'll scroll down to installation. So if you're on Mac OS or Linux, you just run this. And then since we're on Windows, we'll just run this. So once again, open PowerShell. To be safe, you can run as administrator. Then we'll just copy that command over here. Then we'll run this command, and it should automatically help us to download UV. Right, so yep, that was pretty fast. It's done. Okay. Alright, so now we want to clone this GitHub repo. So you can open a folder location of your choice. For me, I'll just put it in documents, dev. Alright, so there's my dev folder over here. So I'll open a PowerShell instance. This can be a normal one. Now I'm going to go into my dev folder, so I'll copy this folder path, Control C, and then I'll type cd change directory and paste in that path over there. So now I'm in the dev path. Then now I'll simply copy this git clone command and paste it over here. So now we're cloning the GitHub repo to our local machine. You can see there's cloning, and that is done. So if we list directory, you can see that it has cloned the free-claude-code repo. If we check our files, you can see that's over here as well. Now we just run the other code, cd free-claude-code. So this is just going inside free-claude-code. So cd free-claude-code inside the folder now. Then we're just copying the .env example to a new .env file. Done. Alright, so yeah, that is very easy to do. Now we have to choose our provider. So since we have the NVIDIA NIM key, which allows for 40 requests per minute and is completely free, we'll toggle this. And we want to copy this. And now we actually want to open our free-claude-code repo in your IDE. So over here in my terminal, you can see that I'm already in the free-claude-code repo, or the file, the folder, sorry. Then to open VS Code, I'll just type code and dot. So this will open the free-claude-code repo in my VS Code over here. I'll just make it bigger for you guys to see. Yep. So you can see that there's the .env file over here. And we want to take this NVIDIA configuration, so we'll copy this. And we will replace it with this. So replace this. Then the NVIDIA NIM API key, we don't need it here because we'll define it at the top over here. So this is where you actually take your previously stored API key. I have it in my notes. So take that, and then I'll paste it over here. So now I have the API key over here. And why I'm showing this API key is because I will delete it later, so don't worry. So you can't actually steal my API key. Yep, so remember to save the env file. And if you didn't store your env key previously, then you can go here. Or you cannot actually see your env key anymore. So yeah, I don't think you can see it. So you actually have to generate a new key if you did not previously store it already. Alright, so going back to the GitHub repo, we can skip all of this, but if you want to use a different provider like OpenRouter, LLM Studio, you can do that as well. All of the instructions are here. Alright, yeah, and that's actually all the setup that we actually have to do. So next is to actually run the proxy server. So we can run Claude Code using this. So for this, we want to start up a new terminal. So it can be a PowerShell terminal, doesn't have to be an administrator. Then we will want to navigate to our free-claude-code repository. So once again, I can go into my free-claude-code repository. I'll just copy the folder path, and then I'll cd into that folder. So now I'm in the free-claude-code repository over here. Then I want to run this uv command. So I'll just copy this, and I will paste it over here. Oops, I didn't copy it. So copy, then I'll paste it over here. And if all works, then it should run a proxy server which will forward our request to NVIDIA NIM. So it's downloading some stuff, just let it download. This is a good sign. As long as there are no errors, it should be running fine. Alright, and as you can see, it is now running. So in order to actually use the free-claude-code, you cannot close this terminal. If you accidentally close it, then it won't work anymore. But what you can simply do is you can just open a new terminal. You remember you have to go to the actual free-claude-code repository. So I'll cd into this repository. Then you actually have to run this command again to start the proxy server again. And you can see that this time it didn't download stuff, so it was very, very fast. So now it's running. It's actually running properly. Alright, so now that we have started our proxy server, the next step is actually to run Claude Code itself. So if you want to run Claude Code in the terminal, you can actually just open a new terminal. So let's say I want to open a new terminal, and you will go to your project directory. Let's say I want to go to a random project. Let's say, yeah, so the project, maybe I'm working on the B-Day project. So I'll go inside this, I'll cd into that project. Then I want to run Claude Code in this project or in this terminal itself. So what you have to do, you can't actually follow this. So if you're on Mac or Linux, then you would actually have to run these commands to actually export this environment variable inside the terminal. So you have to run these commands over here. I'll also put them in the video description. Then if you're on Windows, you have to run these commands in PowerShell. So this is just setting the environment variables. Then this final command is actually calling the Claude Code agent. So do note that these both of these commands are only temporary, because once you close the terminal, then the environment variable memory gets lost. So you would have to run it again. But later I'll show you a better way to do it, to actually install the VS Code extension, the Claude Code extension VS Code, and you don't have to always run this in the terminal. But I'll just show you the terminal way first. So I do that. Then I run this. Then now I can actually run Claude Code. So I run Claude Code. You can see that it's actually running here. Nice. It's a very cute picture. You can choose your themes. I'll just go with the default. Yep, trust. And now you can see that Claude Code is actually running. So I can type hello. It's generating some stuff. Then you can check your proxy server as well. Check that the requests are actually being forwarded. So this may take some time the first time. Yep, but the request has been successfully forwarded. It's just taking a little bit of time, or it can be slow because of your connection. Yep, you can see that it's using some tokens. And you can see that it works. So let's ask something about my folder. So I'm asking it, and it also forwarded the requests. So I ran an ls.-la command to list all the files, which it should know all the types of files within my folder. Yep, this is still taking quite long, probably because of my own connection. Alright, so nice. Yep, I have one file in my current folder. And it also identified the correct folder path. So it's able to get context from your actual local folders and files. Nice. Alright, so since I don't want this Claude Code tab terminal anymore, I can close this. But remember not to close your proxy server, because we need it running. So next, I'll show you the better way, which is to install the Claude Code VS Code extension. So over here, you can see that there's a VS Code extension setup. We open this, and we can start a proxy server. We have already started it. Alright, so first, before following this, we will actually have to download the VS Code extension. So under extensions over here, we will search for Claude Code. Claude Code for VS Code. Make sure that it's the correct one by Anthropic. Then we'll install this over here. So make sure it's this exact one, because it needs to be the official one by Anthropic. Alright, so it's successfully installed. You can see that you also have this Claude Code over here. So if you open it now, we actually need the subscription, which is not what we want. So we need to do some environmental settings as well. So going back to the repo, you can see that we need to open settings by doing Control plus comma. So we go back. Then I'll type in Control plus comma. Oops. Yep, then now I've opened my settings over here. If not, you can also do Ctrl+Shift+P, and you can search for settings. Then you will go Preferences, Open Settings. Right, so next we want to search for this Claude Code.environment variables. So just copy that, paste it in settings. Then you see this Claude Code environment variables. Then you click on Edit in settings.json. So it'll open this. We go back to the repo. Then we'll just add all of this over here. So copy that. Then under environment variables, we can just replace all of this. Make sure that's correct. Save. You can also make sure that the formatting is correct as well. Oops. Yep. So that everything is nice and neat. Save it. Remember to save it. Then we close. Then now everything should work properly. So we close this Claude Code. Then we reopen it. And now you can see that it's actually working over here. So you can type hello. We check the proxy server and it has actually sent our request. Yep, so this one is also much faster. You can see that it says, hello, I'm Claude Code. Can you do a brief summary of this GitHub, please? It has all the original functionalities of the original Claude Code. You can add files, upload, add context. You can even switch the model over here. You don't have to care about all of these prices because it's all free. Yep, you can give it context as well. And yeah, just use the default one. Oh, and it looks like it didn't understand. So it's able to do thinking. Then it's able to analyze context of our files. We can give it access to actually read our files, and then it should give us a summary over here. Yep, so nice. It managed to give us a brief summary. This is free Claude Code. So it's zero cost for providers. Very nice. So hopefully this tutorial has helped you out. Enjoy your free Claude Code, and if you'd like to see other tutorials on other IDEs as well, do check out this video over here where I teach you how to actually get Copilot for free if you are a student. So have fun coding, and I'll see you in the next video.